Hey everyone, and welcome to the $1 million portfolio journey. Today it's Wednesday, 28th of May, 2025. It's about 6 o'clock here in London, and I'm going to do my investment for the day. But before I do that, I'm just going to have a look at my portfolio to see how it's doing. So if we look at the general investment account, it's just under 52 grand. If we look at the stocks and shares ISA, it is under 27 grand, and my self-invested personal pension is just under 47k. So everything is going in the right direction. Everything is doing well. The portfolio at the moment in dollar terms, when you take into account all the brokerages that I have, my family has, we're about 185 to $190,000. So we're about between 5.1 and 5.2x towards getting to $1 million. So we're going in the right direction, and we're trying to pump as much money into the stock market as possible. So that's the portfolio. Now if we look at the individual shares to see how it's doing, so today Tesla is trading around $361. Yesterday it was up about 7%, which was great. But today's kind of flat, so no real movement. If you look at the last 3 months, it's up around 30%, and if we look at the last 5 years, it's up about 550%. So everything is looking good, but as you can see, it's off its recent highs, so there is some discount in the value of the stock. So I will be buying this soon, but I want to increase my MicroStrategy position at the moment. So let's have a look at MicroStrategy now. So MicroStrategy today is down about 2%. At its it was down about 3.5%, lowest it went today. So it's around 365. You may remember just recently it was trading around 420. So it is a very, very volatile company. So I'm going to try and stack as much as possible during these times when the prices go down. So that's MicroStrategy. Last 3 months up around 52%. Maximum up around 2,800%, but I think it has got a lot of way to go. So that's MicroStrategy. Let's have a look at Nvidia now. So Nvidia is trading around $135. If we have a look at the daily movement, it's kind of flat. They're having their earnings today, so once they have their earnings, we're going to have a clear direction whether it's going to go up or down. Last 3 months, it's up around 13%, and maximum it's up around 1,400%. But as you can see, it's off its highs. So again, if they do really well for their earnings today, it's just gonna shoot up. If they increase their guidance, that's gonna be even better. But if they disappoint, then it's gonna go down again. But again, these disappointments don't make a big difference, because one quarter might be disappointing, the next quarter might be extraordinary. So you have to analyze the data that you have in front of you. If you believe in this company, if you think it's gonna have a significant impact in the future, then this is kind of like the right company to buy in. So that's Nvidia. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to be investing £200 into MicroStrategy again. So I'm trying to stack as much MicroStrategy as possible. I'm trying to get my bag to 200 shares. So I'm at about 77 shares at the moment, and I'm trying to increase that to 200. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to be buying £200 worth of MicroStrategy. So I'm going to quickly buy that now, and I'm going to be buying this through my SIPP, and this is the tax relief money that I received from my previous investments. So with £200, I'm going to be buying about 0.7327 shares. So I'm going to review the order and then put the order through. So that's done. So I've been able to purchase 0.7327 shares in MicroStrategy. So I'm going to be updating my spreadsheet to see how many shares I have now once I've done this purchase. So that's done. I'm just gonna see the recent activity to confirm it's done. So that's done. £199.69. Number of shares is 0.73241515. The FX rate was 1.34, and there's a fee of 78 cents. So that's done. So I'm just gonna update that in my spreadsheet now. So just going to be adding another 0.7327 shares. Okay, so that's done. So I'm just going to have a look at my holdings now. So for Tesla, I hold over 450 shares. For MicroStrategy, I'm nearly at 78 shares, and for Nvidia, I'm around just over 34 shares. My target for Tesla is 500. My target for MicroStrategy is 200, and my target for Nvidia is 200. So for Tesla, I'm 90% of the way there to hitting my target. For MicroStrategy, I'm about 40% there, and for Nvidia, I'm about 17% there. So I've got a long way to go, but I'm making progress, which is the main thing. So I'm going to try and increase my MicroStrategy position to 50%, and then I'm going to concentrate on increasing Nvidia to 50%, and then I'm going to go back to Tesla and try and reach that 100%, then go to MicroStrategy and then Nvidia. So I'm going to try and end up with 500 shares in Tesla, 200 shares in MicroStrategy, and 200 shares in Nvidia. So that's done. So let's have a quick look at the portfolio again. Okay, so if we have a good look at the portfolio now, so again, the self-invested personal pension just under 47k. So I've got about 1.175k left to invest in my SIPP. For my stocks and shares ISA, just under 27, and for my general investment account, just under 52. So what I've done today is I've invested £200 into the stock market. I've invested £200 into my self-invested personal pension, excuse me, and I bought £200 worth of MicroStrategy. So I've done my investment for the day. So for all my new viewers to the channel, just to give you some more details about my channel, basically the goal of my channel is to build a portfolio worth $1 million. So I'm trying to increase this portfolio to $1 million. I only have 4 very simple rules that I always use. So basically, rule number 1 is I'm a long-term investor, which means for me, anything that I buy now, I'm not going to be selling for the next 5 years, and I'm going to try and hold it for at least 10 years. My rule number 2 is I'm a very aggressive investor. So what I try to do is I try to invest every day aggressively, and I try to put at least £500 into the stock market. Lately, I've not been doing that because basically some of the money that's owed to me hasn't been paid. In terms of invoices, they haven't been paid. So I've had to lower this down to 200. So I'm not doing £500 anymore. I'm doing 200 until my circumstances improve, and I'm working very hard to improve my circumstances. So I'm investing £200 every day. So I'm a very aggressive investor, which is rule number 2. Rule number 3 is I'm a very volatile investor. So as you can see, I invest in companies like Tesla, MicroStrategy, and Nvidia. Excuse me. So Tesla, MicroStrategy, and Nvidia, on a bad day, they can go down 20, 30, 40%. And on a good day as well, they could go up about 20, 30%. So it's very volatile. This portfolio, which stands around $190,000, over a couple of weeks could go down to 60, 70k. So again, you have to be aware of volatility. You have to, like, not be afraid of volatility and buy as much as you can. So that's rule number 3. I'm a very volatile investor. And rule number 4 is I'm a very tax efficient investor. So I always try to maximize our ISA accounts. I try to maximize our SIPP accounts for our family before I jump into the general investment account. So every pound that I invest, I try to invest it in a very, very tax efficient way. So that's rule number 4. I'm a very tax efficient investor. So basically the goal of this channel is to build a portfolio worth $1 million. I have 4 very simple rules. Long-term investing, rule number 1. Rule number 2, aggressive investing. Rule number 3, volatility investing. And rule number 4, being a very, very tax efficient investor. So that's how I roll. And basically my focus is on AI, autonomy and Bitcoin. I think AI, autonomy, robotics, that's going to be the future. Bitcoin is going to be the future. So I'm trying to invest as much as I can into these areas, and I'm doing it into very volatile companies. So hopefully within 5-10 years time, I'm going to see some extreme growth for these companies. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Hopefully it's brought you value, and it's something that you can do as well. If you want to invest every day, there's no rule that says you can't do that. If you want to invest more than £100 a month, you can do that as well. So you can start very small by investing £1 a month. Then you can increase that to £10 a month, £100 a month. Once you have more knowledge of the stock market, more conviction, I guarantee you will be investing more money. So it's just a matter of increasing your investment IQ. And when you increase your investment IQ, what will happen is your investment amount will go up as well. Because when you see the potential for growth, then you're going to try and earn more money and invest more money. So that's it for today. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you tomorrow for another update, and I will be investing another £200 into my SIPP, and I'm going to be buying another £200 worth of MicroStrategy. So that's it for today.